The Innovators is brought to you by the Jamaica Yellow Pages, JN Small Business Loans, Future Services International, the Jamaica Business Development Corporation, Manpower and Maintenance Services Limited, and Island Grill. Meet the Innovators, Yannick Page and Gary Matalin. Yannick Page launched her first business at age 17 and knows how to start a business on a shoestring budget. She's a certified trainer in entrepreneurship and workforce innovation and is also the founder of the award-winning company, Future Services International. Gary Matalin is the co-founder and director of New Stone Limited and the co-founder and CEO for Kingston Live Entertainment Group that is responsible for Fiction Lounge, Usain Bolt's Tracks and Records, and Famous Nightclub. This season, 10 new assignments will compete to completely transform their businesses. With the help of the Innovators, the business with the most positive changes will win $250,000. Yup, that's $250,000, courtesy of JN Small Business Loans. This week, they have the interesting task of helping PR guru Talisa Taylor to make more money. Let's meet Talisa.
My name is Talisa Taylor. I'm the CEO for Taylor Made Events and PR Management. Basically, what we do is we promote a particular individual. It can be an individual, it can be a company. At present, my company concentrates a lot on artists, but we do venture into businesses as well. I love entertainment. It's something that I've always had a little passion for, and I believe that passion grew over a period of time just based on being involved in entertainment and being around people in entertainment. When I first started doing entertainment, it wasn't fully accepted by the family, of course. I would like to learn, how is it that I manage my accounts a little bit better? That's the first thing I would love to learn. And the second thing I would love to learn, how do I survive in this male-dominated field? How do I keep my head high despite the comments that are being made as to, you're just a woman and this is a man thing? And I think those are my two main issues right now.
What I think we need and she needs is the exposure. We need people to know about us and know what we do and know what we're capable of, what we have to bring to the table.
I'm finally here. I am going to get to meet Mr. Matalon and Miss Page. I'm really excited. I'm a little bit hungry. I wish I had ate before I got here, but I'll survive. I'm excited.
Talisa, welcome.
Thank you.
So listen, I'm going to jump right in. First and foremost, I want you to explain your business model to me. I understand you have different revenue streams. Explain to me, how does it work?
Well, we do public relations. Our clientele are mainly artists, and we also do for bands, other musicians as well. In addition to that, we do event planning and execution. So we do different aspects of events. We don't do weddings, however, but we do other events and we do public relations for artists.
And how does the public relations aspect of it work? You get engaged by an artist on a fixed fee type basis, or how does it work?
That's actually very, very rough for me right now, because what I would like is to have set clientele. However, sometimes we have good months, sometimes we have bad months. Sometimes you find that the artist will only need us for a month. Sometimes he'll need us for 3-month promotions. Sometimes he will be on tour and he might not need us any at all. So it really is dependent on the clientele.
How was last year for you? And how has it been this year thus far?
In terms, last year, I actually started last year, and it was amazing. I think I was blessed in that when I started, I got an event to work on almost immediately. It was a success. It was a big hit. And we had some issues with the client in that the client didn't want to pay, and then he was saying, oh, we didn't make any money, and which was not true because our persons dealt with certain finances, so we knew what the client got back.
So did you make money last year, or did you make losses?
I found that I ended up spending a lot more because of that event, so I lost greatly. To the point where in the last part of last year, I took on additional jobs. I worked 5 jobs to pay off my staff because of that particular event. This year has been amazing for me, however, because this year I've had the most jobs. However, I didn't expect to be growing at the rate that I'm growing. And now I need branding, I need all of these materials, and as soon as I get any money in, I have to be using that money same time. I don't know what I'm getting in, what is going out. I'm totally confused where accounts is concerned. It's difficult to manage that aspect of my business. I know nothing about accounts.
Do you have targets every month for what you need to earn and what you expect to spend?
Mind you, this is all in my head.
Okay.
So it's not a situation.
Stop right there. That can't work because that is a very poor system. That is no system. You are so cavalier about this that it is frightening to me. Frightening. It is like, you're laughing and I'm scared.
Without a proper structure and without some proper planning, it's going to be very difficult to know whether she's doing well or she's not doing well, because at this point in time, it's kind of just whatever happens, happens.
Will the Innovators' advice finally give Talisa's business the publicity she desires? Let us know what you think on Twitter @TheInnovatorsJA and on Facebook at www.facebook.com/TheInnovatorsTV. This segment was brought to you by the Jamaica Yellow Pages. What will you discover today?
As an entrepreneur, it's important to remember that you are your brand. In most cases, you are probably your biggest brand ambassador. So the manner in which you carry yourself, how you dress, how you speak, how you communicate, not only with your workers, but also with potential customers, is important. There has to be consistency across the board. So your marketing communications should also be consistent with what your brand represents.
Do you want advice from Gary and Unique? Well, this is your chance. 4 lucky viewers will win a business lunch with Gary and Unique this season. Visit our Facebook page for details at facebook.com/TheInnovators.TV. This segment is brought to you by Future Services International, putting money in your pockets and justice in your hearts.
What would you say if I said to you, Talisa, what is your strength? What is your skill set? What is it that you are best at? I know it's not accounts and admin.
Yes.
I know that for a fact.
No, not at all.
Right. What is it that you do? What is
I guess the actual work itself, the planning itself, I'm the mastermind behind that.
So you're the one who gets the business. Like, she's the marketer. She's the one who attracts the clients. She's the one who can get the work done. She's just not good at managing the business.
I'm a publicist, and I always find it hard to promote my own business. I am so focused on promoting other people and promoting other people's business that I have no time to promote myself. And that's one of the things that I have an issue with. And I know the value of promotions. I know the value of social media, because that's what we do. We're social media gurus.
Cannot claim to be a guru of anything, much less a guru of PR, and you're not doing anything to promote your own business. It doesn't work like that. Would you say you're well known, you have a good reputation out there, everybody knows who you are, they want to use you for PR?
I think the reputation part is pretty much done. I think I do have a good rep out there.
Trust me, she's really good. She's very professional, and well, would have no problem working with her, and I recommend any person in the music industry to work with. Tailor-made.
So if I want to ask you some questions, I call you.
Yes.
You get back to me with some form of proposal if you're interested in working with me.
Presently, we do some sample packages that we have that we'll send to you as an artist and say.
So I can get them at that information quickly.
Definitely.
What if I told you that we tested your service?
Hi, is this tailor-made events?
Yes, it is.
Somebody told me about you guys. I have an artist, you see, and I can't exactly tell you all the details about him right now, but I just fired his manager and we're going to need somebody new to represent him. It's kind of a sensitive matter.
Just set a meeting and I don't know who I'm going to meet about. I will not be able to set that meeting.
I thought I was being punked, kind of wish I wasn't there, wanted to move out of the situation, very awkward.
So you wouldn't be able to just meet with me for 15 minutes just to talk about it?
No, I'd have to know who the person is first. You have to understand, I get these calls on a regular and some of the meetings, nobody shows up.
Yeah, I understand.
So it wouldn't be something that I would just be able to just leave everything that I'm doing to come to a meeting.
I understand. It's kind of urgent too, so it looks like I'm just going to have to look for somebody else to deal with it.
When a prospect calls you, you have to show up 100%. You need to answer the phone in a professional manner and you need to sound as if you want that business. Even though you've had prank calls in the past, the key is understanding that every time you answer the phone, it could be an opportunity on that line. And how you sound is going to determine whether you get that opportunity or whether it goes. And it could be your next big thing.
The thing about it is that this person totally creeps me out because I really didn't know who I was speaking to. She didn't even want to tell me who the artist was, and I really just don't get up and go to meetings like that, not knowing who the client is. That scared me a whole lot. So I genuinely was on the defense.
You know, you've got such a great personality. You're so bubbly and so friendly, and I really like that. And I think it's just for us to see how we can maximize your strengths and try to see where you have those areas of weaknesses that are preventing your business from growing and from you being profitable, how we can fix those as well.
Yannick, we have a number of issues here that need to be addressed right away if there's any hope in hell of this working out. She hasn't a clue about her accounts. She hasn't a clue how she's dealing with the revenue, the expenses. I don't know, for all we know, she could be working at a loss.
She's very uncomfortable with figures and, you know, she hasn't set goals. So if you're not measuring and if you have no targets, then how are you going to know if you're successful?
It's as if she's kind of being pulled along by whatever business drops out of the sky, when it drops out of the sky.
Talisa has to carve out a niche. It's just as simple as that. She has to create her own space and she just can't sit down and wait on business. She has to get up and create business, because if business is not coming to you, you got to get up and create the opportunity for yourself. So we need for her to develop a sustainable business model where she's having consistent cash flows.
Absolutely.
And where she's able to plan. So that's where we're going to have a little bit of trickiness, but I think we have enough to bring her back in. Talisa, we love your personality. Let me just start there. You're so bubbly, you're always smiling, and that kind of energy is really attractive. It's great. But a business person, you are not. And that's where we have a problem. And so we are going to recommend that you do a little bit of business training right off the bat. If she doesn't understand the basics, she'll just be operating almost in this vacuum, flying around, airy-fairy.
Talisa's not running a business right now. Talisa's just going through the motions. She has some natural abilities, but she needs structure. She needs to establish what she's doing as a business, and that hasn't happened yet. Why not drive your own events as a means to kind of have more planned revenues as opposed to really waiting on an engagement? Because if you're as good as you are, you can plan and execute an event and generate money out of it.
You need to have, targets every month. You need to know what is going to come in, what will go out, how much cash do you need, and that's essential for planning.
They know what they're talking about, and I get them, they get me, and it's really cool in that they could have picked out a lot of things that I needed work on, and I'm glad that there's somebody that's out there that's willing to tell me the truth, that this needs to be addressed and this needs to be fixed before anything terrible happens. And I am so excited about the assignments. I can't wait. I hope I learn a lot from this experience.
Will Talisa conquer her assignments, or will her pressure conquer her? Let us know what you think on Twitter @TheInnovatorsJA and on Facebook at www.facebook.com/TheInnovatorsTV.
What kinds of revenues are you, what kind of revenue did you do last year? What are you aiming for this year?
On average, I make about probably 40,000 a month.
When you say 40,000 a month?
In income.
Total revenue?
Sales? Yeah, on
40,000.
average. Yes.
And from the
You're right, yes.
40,000 a month is not enough to keep you full time. So I mean, if you really want to make a big business out of this, you have to get your revenues up.
Mark Laird created his own line of Lit Bistro tablets, but he only had one client. Let's see his progress since then.
During the Innovators, Yannick advised me to try and market the business directly to the clients. That was great advice, and it's something that we have been doing. We do direct phone calls and emails to our prospective clients versus we don't just go through the event planners. We go directly to the companies themselves. We market through the Yellow Pages, Facebook, flyer distributions, and that has been working very, very well. I just want to say thanks to Gary and Yannick. I appreciate the advice that you guys gave me. It has helped a lot. Thank you.
This segment was brought to you by Future Services International, putting money in your pockets and justice in your hearts. This segment is brought to you by JN Small Business Loans, believing in you. The Innovators assigned Talisa an advisor, Carlette De Leon. Colette is the Managing Director of Breakthrough Communications.
Hi Talisa, thanks for coming into Breakthrough Communications. I hope you're well today.
Yes, I am. I'm extremely happy to be here.
I'm happy that you're here as well, but I must admit I thought that you would have been earlier.
I got to scar my life. I am always early. It will never happen again though, trust me on that one.
So what percentage of your business you think right now is coming from direct referrals versus other activities that you're doing?
I think most of it is from referrals right now.
So if most of it is from referrals, do you think that you should develop referrals even more than the website or other activities that are more general and less specific to help you get business?
I definitely think so.
Okay, so my advice to you in terms of the accounting aspect of it, accounting is very important to keep the business running and to keep cash flow running. But I can appreciate that as a principle, you don't want to be negotiating the deals with persons and then having to run behind them for the money when you are interested in getting the job done. So a law firm is nice, but even beyond a law firm, sometimes just having a different voice, call the client and say, hi, I'm so and so forth, and I'm following up on this invoice, and they can be in a better position to call every day, every week as necessary to free you up to do the creative part of the job. The other piece of advice that I have for you is use referrals. PR agencies and event planning agencies rely heavily on referrals because people like to know that the business that they're hiring is liked by somebody else, is used positively by someone else. Your online presence is important, the website, social media, all of that is important. But ultimately, people may make decisions about spending big money, not based on a website, but based on a call that they get from a friend, someone they respect and know that says, yes, you know what, tailor-made is the right way to go. And then in terms of small business, I recognize that some businesses tend to like to go with brand name agencies. But you need to explain to them that occasionally brand name agencies come with higher fees, right? They come with increased costs, they come with sometimes inflexibility, and you can offer great fees, you can offer wonderful flexibility. So as a boutique agency, you can have boutique clients. I would like to add that I'm a woman in the business too, so I'm aware that sometimes there is a challenge. But in my own experience, I've found that if I do the work, eventually people will show you the respect that you deserve. So continue to do good work and continue to shout your good work to your clients, and eventually one day they'll come around.
Carlette's saying not to use being a woman as an excuse. I totally agree with 110%. I want people to see me as just a publicist, not as whether she is just another woman in the business or a woman in the business. So that's definitely something I'm going to now demand, that my work be the focus and not necessarily what sex or what gender I am. There are a lot of points that she made that I definitely want to just kind of work on and just improve my business. I'm really looking forward to my assignments. I'm totally excited, and I already see the transitions and I already know what to change. Gary actually decided that he was going to loan me Famous for a night just to have my own tailor-made event, and I'm so excited about that. So today I decided to get some of my team members together, my main planners, just to sit and talk about some of the concepts and ideas of some events that we could possibly host here at the wonderful Famous nightclub. I am so excited about it. We're in Portmore. I'm happy. I'm so elated. I can't wait.
So basically, we're going to be using this bar for the VIP bar. So definitely using this one. And then downstairs, we have the regular bar. So it's big enough so people can always get access to the bar easier. So Famous is actually the ideal venue for this event. It really is. After that meeting, we're just really excited. We have a lot more to go. We have a lot more planning. This is just the first phase, but I'm so happy that Gary gave me this opportunity, and we're really pushing for this. It's going to be amazing. So now it's all about promotions, marketing, and we're just getting underway 110%. So it's my final assignment and I'm so excited. Gary and Yannick actually asked me to work on two things. One is my portfolio and the second thing is my accounting plan. So I am looking forward to getting some work done. I'm so glad the day is over because I've completed so much. I went ahead and I contacted an accounting company who is now going to be dealing with my finances. So that pretty much takes a lot of weight off my shoulders. In addition to that, I actually completed my portfolio. So now persons can go online and see what I'm capable of, see some of the work that I've done in the past. So that's pretty cool. And I can't wait to show Gary and Yannick just what I'm capable of.
It's time for Talisa to update the innovators on her progress. Will she be a contender for JN's $250,000 prize? Let's find out.
Talisa, welcome back.
Thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Great to see you again. Now listen, we know you've been very busy and we're dying to hear what's happening. Talk to us.
Oh my gosh. Ever since the last boardroom that I had with you, I have been just really busy. I met with Carlette DeLeon and she had some wonderful advice and I love her and admire her so much. Thank you guys so much for sending me to her. And I am just working on improving every step of the way and we've implemented some great new things for TaylorMade. We now have our portfolio, which is electronic. We now have our own TaylorMade app. And I now have some new amazing clients. I'm now working with Rain Civil and I'm also working with Mr. Lex. And based on your advice where it comes to artists and the fact that money is not always certain, I've decided to take on small businesses. So I'm now doing PR for small businesses and I've signed 2 businesses on board and we're presently doing social media management for them as well as other public relations for these businesses. So it's just a whole lot.
You cannot offer a service where you are marketing and promoting others and you're not doing the same for yourself. So she's created a portfolio. Now it's not just her saying to people, this is what I do. She can also say, this is who I have done it for before. Here's the success I've had. Here is who I've worked with and they are happy. That's very important in building credibility and that's very important in attracting new customers.
Talisa has gotten commercial awareness. She's more in tune with how she needs to structure and execute her business in order to make money, and that is going to be key for her going forward. She needs to be organized and effective.
I think this whole experience was just amazing. I think the Innovators has this thing about it where you just automatically want to work harder. You want to be better at what you do. I think with every business you need structure. And Yannick and Gary were able to show me that structure is what I was lacking. And now that I know how to just structure my business and how to deal with my accounts, things are so much more better. And I just want to say thank you, Yannick and Gary. Thank you, Innovators. It was a great experience.
The boardroom table and chairs were provided by the Corporate Interiors International Limited. We sell solutions, not just furniture. Gary's wardrobe was provided by Max Brown Limited. For further information on any of our assignments, please visit us at facebook.com/innovatorstv or email us at innovatorstv@gmail.com. Next time on The Innovators. Wedding planner/consultant Dion Waugh steps into the boardroom.
I started because I wanted to see this event happen. And now that it has happened, I'm realizing that where's the business side of it?
Being nice and sweet and not selling your service is just a no-no. Always be prepared to be aggressive. That's what businesses need to survive. You have to be out there to make the sale.
The Innovators is brought to you by the Jamaica Yellow Pages, JN Small Business Loans, Future Services International, the Jamaica Business Development Corporation, Manpower and Maintenance Services Limited, and Island Grill.